if it feels like you're not getting the views that you should be getting on Instagram, it might be that you're not using the 4 new best hashtag strategies that you need to be using right now if you want to maximize your views on carousel posts or on Instagram Reels. Because if you're not using the 4 hashtag strategies I share with you, it's the reason you're not getting the views that you want. Or you might be messing up your description or your bio, because those 2 things have recently changed also. But don't worry, if you simply adapt to the new changes I share with you in this video, it's going to skyrocket the reach that you're currently getting on Instagram, the same way that I helped this creator gain over 200,000 followers and this creator over 700,000 followers. The first hashtag strategy you need to make sure that you're using is going to be 3 hashtags. And when you use those 3 hashtags, you need to make sure that they are the biggest hashtags possible for whatever you're posting about, and that they are not irrelevant hashtags. Because one of the biggest mistakes that I see small accounts like yours make right now on Instagram is that they upload hashtags that have nothing to do with what the actual post is about, or that are a far stretch from what the post is about. And then guess what ends up happening? Instagram doesn't actually know who to show your content to because you used an irrelevant hashtag. On top of that, you need to make sure that you're only putting hashtags at the end of your description, never at the beginning, never in the middle of your description. You need to make sure that you are not putting them in the comment section, and you need to make sure that whatever hashtags you're using on Instagram are either the most followed hashtags for whatever you're posting about, or the ones that get the most interaction, because so many different people follow hashtags on Instagram and they get shown content that shows under them. And if you are not taking advantage of this for your niche, it's why you're not getting as many views as you want. Now, there are 3 other hashtag strategies that you need to make sure that you're using, but before I dive into them, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload a video every single day, but how to grow on these platforms. In addition to that, I just created a free Instagram growth course. You can get it at the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post on Instagram, how the algorithm actually works, and how to make a full-time living from Instagram. So what are you waiting for? Go to that pinned comment below. It's literally 100% free. Now, that second hashtag strategy you need to make sure that you're using is going to be 10 hashtags. And I will warn you, right now, I would not recommend using more than 10 hashtags on Instagram. And the reason for that is because if you use more than 10 hashtags, either one of 2 things is going to happen. Either one, you're going to have to keep using the same hashtags over and over again, in which case it's just going to look like spam to Instagram and it's not actually going to help you with your account. Or what's going to end up happening is you use way too many hashtags, and then Instagram isn't actually able to determine who they should be showing your content, because this is how Instagram is actually using hashtags. They're looking at the hashtags that you use to try to determine who they should show your content to. But I will warn you, they're not only looking at this, they're also looking at your bio, your description in your content, and one other thing I'm going to share with you in just a second. But you get the point. They're looking at these hashtags to try to determine who they should show your content to. Because when you upload something to Instagram, the first people that are going to see it are going to be your followers on Instagram, and then people that are interested in whatever you're posting about based on your description, your bio, and what's showing up within that post. But on top of that, Instagram is going to try to show your content to non-followers based on these hashtags. So if you use the right hashtags, your content gets shown to the right people. Ideally, they interact with it the right way, and then boom, you end up getting more reach on your carousel posts or on your Instagram Reels. Now, when it comes to actually setting up your bio correctly, here's how you can figure out whether or not that's done. So if we look at Nick right here, who, by the way, is a client of mine that skyrocketed his growth, was able to quit his full-time job simply to post on Instagram. So if we come over here on his account on a desktop and we click on similar accounts, guess what we see? The Points Guy, the Credit Brothers, Credit Strategists, and other finance creators. Why do we see that? Because of what he has in his bio. I help people raise their credit score. I've helped over 20,000 people. Want a free credit evaluation? Click here. Now, guess what this does? This makes it really easy for Instagram to know exactly what type of content he's creating. On top of that, if we look at his profile picture, what is it? It's very zoomed in on him with a bright background so it sticks out. Now, if we come down to his content, we're going to see the same thing. First, we need to look at his pinned stories right here. What do we see? Credit repair, card reviews, daily tips, best credit cards, and guess what this does? Again, signals to Instagram who he should be showing his content to. Now, if we come over here, let's look at this post. This post is about how to increase your credit score for free. So what happens here? One, it is said with text on the screen. Secondly, he is actually showing that within the piece of content. And yes, Instagram looks at this. In fact, Instagram has very good machine learning that looks at what's in the content. So if you're talking about Elon Musk, but not showing Elon Musk, guess what? You're not going to get the reach that you should get. Or if you're talking about a Ford Mustang, but you're not showing a Ford Mustang, guess what? You're not going to get the reach that you should get. Now, on top of that, if we come into his description, he's doing a few things here. First and foremost, he has credit here. He also has credit here. So he mentions it twice in the first 2 lines of his description. And then on top of that, he has a bunch of different emojis here to make this incredibly easy to read. And then finally, he has a really good call to action here. Follow @NickCalstick for daily credit and money tips. If you're not doing all of this within your posts, within your bio, and then also getting people to comment a keyword based on what you want them to do, well, guess what? It's going to be one of the reasons that you're failing to grow on Instagram right now. Or you might be messing up these next 2 hashtag strategies. And remember, the last hashtag strategy I'm going to share with you actually makes the most small accounts on Instagram go viral because Instagram's CEO has literally come out and said that this is the best hashtag strategy for you to be using. But that 3rd hashtag strategy you need to be using is going to be 5 to 6 hashtags. Now remember, you could have the right bio. You could have the right content. You could be showing the right things in your content, but you also need to make sure that you are uploading content that Instagram actually wants to push out to your ideal audience. And the easiest way for you to be able to figure this out is you should be coming up with your content ideas based on a few things. First and foremost, you could go into the inspiration tab and see what posts are popular amongst your followers. This is going to show you what lengths are working best, what sounds are working best, and what formats are working best. But in addition to that, you need to make sure that you follow a bunch of your competitors, you see what posts are really working for them, and when a topic, a format, or length does really well, you should be implementing that same type of content into your Instagram page. On top of that, you need to make sure that you are remixing memes right now. If you don't know what this is, you need to watch my other content where I tell you exactly how to do this. But essentially, you're going to take a meme that somebody else within your niche uploaded or somebody outside of your niche. You're going to remix it to your page, which basically is like you reposting that thing if you were on Twitter or X. And then what ends up happening is 9 times out of 10, these posts do incredibly well. They get tens of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views, sometimes millions of views, simply because Instagram knows a lot of people are going to engage with this. A lot of people share these things. A lot of people comment on these things, and a ton of people share these to their story, which basically is a huge cheat code for you going viral because you don't even have to create the piece of content. You just have to find a good piece of content and post it on your page. Which brings me to the last and most important hashtag strategy you need to be using on Instagram right now, and that is going to be using 1 to 2 hashtags. Now remember, those 1 to 2 hashtags need to be the biggest hashtags for whatever you're posting about. They need to be the most relevant hashtags for whatever you're posting about, and you also need to make sure that what is showing up in your video matches whatever you're talking about. Whatever shows up in your bio matches what you talk about. The same with your description, with the text on the screen, and with the voiceover in the video. Because if you line all those things up correctly, you're going to have the right metadata for Instagram to actually push out your posts instead of ignoring your posts like what's currently happening. And if you're still struggling to grow on Instagram, I personally want to help you. In fact, I want to look at your account, tell you everything you need to do differently to get more views, to grow faster, and ultimately to get monetized on Instagram. If that sounds interesting, well, please keep watching this video because I've got a special offer for you. The opportunity to grow on Instagram and this organic reach we're currently seeing are not going to last forever. And there are 2 things holding you back from seeing the growth like the creators that I share with you in this video. The first one is that you haven't implemented the tips that I just shared with you. And the second is that you haven't gotten into my Instagram mentorship program yet. That's literally going to guarantee that I help you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. In fact, the average person that's gone through this program in the last 30 days has gained over 25,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 1,000 followers if they implemented every piece of advice that I share with them. Now, since you're still watching this video, I'm gonna assume you're probably above average. So the odds of you gaining over 25,000 followers are probably quite high. And if you want results like that, go to the link in the description below right now and sign up because there are limited spots available. I'm gonna be telling you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use. I'm gonna send you new post ideas and I'm gonna critique your content to guarantee that you get more growth on Instagram in the next 30 days. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your background is. This program is gonna help you get followers more easily and quicker so that you don't have to spend endless hours trying to figure out the things that I already know about exactly how to grow your account. In fact, I just helped this creator in the program and they gained over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. I helped this creator, they gained over 150,000, and this creator over 200,000 followers. If you want results like that and I want you to be my next success story, go to the link in the description below and sign up right now, because every single day that you wait, it's only gonna get harder to grow on Instagram. It is easier than ever to grow right now, but you need to take advantage of this opportunity. And what's better than an opportunity where you're literally gonna grow on Instagram or get your money back with 0 questions asked? Again, there are limited spots, so go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.